Welcome to Late Night Stocks. We had a huge crash on Friday, 3rd of December, and automotive stocks were hurt as well for different reasons. Elon Musk sold $1 billion worth of Tesla shares, and Tesla stock is now down at 6.5%. Due to the listing of one of the Chinese companies, Didi, we had a huge sell-off in Chinese stocks. That's why Nio was down 11% on Friday. Rivian has some problems in the production. That's why they postponed R1S deliveries 3 months. What should we do now? Will this stock market crash continue, or should we buy from here? 2 weeks ago I made a video called Sell Before Crash in 2021, and in this video I reviewed Tesla, Nio and Rivian stock. I warned viewers and I said especially Tesla and Rivian stock are overvalued. I hope you watched the video and saw it's coming. By the way, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so that valuable videos like this can be more visible in YouTube. In this video we will check the latest news of Tesla, Rivian and Nio. Then we will discuss the stock price technically and decide for an entry point. Nasdaq falls nearly 2% as US stock battered by new variant volatility. Disappointing November jobs report added an additional layer of uncertainty as investors try to chart the path of Federal Reserve policy going into 2022. The tech-heavy Nasdaq ended lower by nearly 2% and slid to a weekly loss. Cathie Wood's flagship ARK Innovation ETF, which holds the names like Tesla, Coinbase and Zoom, was hammered by the sell-off. Looks like a lot of people are against Cathie Wood. There are a lot of people that are shorting this innovation ETF of ARK. So basically we had already a volatility due to this new variant. Actually first we had this Jerome Powell speech about the inflation. He changed its direction and he said inflation is not transitory. Then with this disappointing jobs report, now people are thinking Fed will increase the rates earlier. Okay, but what does it mean for stocks like Tesla, Nio and Rivian? Let's start with Tesla stock. Tesla stock is now at $1,014 and over $1 trillion of market cap. We saw the all-time high $1,243 on November 3rd. Can we go there again? I'm not sure about that. Musk exercises more options and sells Tesla shares worth $1 billion. CEO Elon Musk has sold more shares of the electric vehicle maker worth $1 billion to meet his tax obligations. As you remember, in early November, he tweeted that he would sell 10% of his stock if Twitter users approved, and they did that. Since November 8, Elon Musk sold 10 million shares for $10.9 billion. So it is around 5% of what he has in Tesla. He can actually sell under 5%, under $10 billion of stock. This brings another volatility to Tesla stock because people don't know when will this sell-off from Elon Musk will end. That is dangerous for the stock price. For example, we had a similar case at Amazon. CEO Jeff Bezos has sold some shares of Amazon for a long period of time, and stock price was flat for 6 months because investors have waited for the sell-off of this CEO Jeff Bezos. When it has ended, then we start seeing investors buying more Amazon shares. Before going into Tesla's stock price, I also want to mention a latest news about Tesla's Cybertruck. CEO Elon Musk says Tesla's Cybertruck will have 4 motor variants. The vehicle would compete with pickup trucks such as GMC's Hummer EV, Ford's F-150 Lightning and Rivian's R1T. So initial production will be 4 motor variants with independent, ultra-fast response torque control of each wheel. As you remember, Tesla Cybertruck was first announced in 2019. Cybertruck production is expected to begin next year and reach volume production in 2023. Now let's continue with the stock price. Before mentioning my opinions, I want to show you first the analyst ratings. As you remember, we saw the peak at 4th of November. Here you see the 2 updates. They were saying that it will go to 1,400, pushing people to buy, but we see the opposite. I'm showing these analyst ratings because I want to warn you, don't trust them without checking yourself. Here you see the stock price of Tesla in a daily graph. First sell-off of Elon Musk came in this date, as you see the big red bar. Then we had another sell-off from Elon Musk here. We are just above the moving average right now. Where can we go next? So 1000 stock price level is a very big resistance for Tesla. Let's say next 3 days, Monday to Wednesday, if we see the closures below $1,000, then that's a bearish trend. Then this sell-off can deepen and hit $900. We can see another sell-off in the indexes like S&P 500 and Nasdaq, and that can cause the Tesla stock price go lower. Tesla stock has still $1 trillion market cap and still overvalued in my opinion. What is your opinion? Would you buy Tesla from here, or do you think it is overvalued company? Let me know in the comments down below. Let's continue with Nio Stock. Nio Stock is now at $32 stock price and $51 billion market cap. Few days ago, Nio Stock was at $40, now it is down to $32. Stock prices of Nio and Tesla mostly in parallel. When Tesla stock increases, then Nio stock as well, but this time something else happened. Didi's delisting could spell the end for the Chinese stock on Wall Street. According to CNN Business News, the era of big Chinese companies heading to the United States to raise money may have just come to end. Didi's situation is set to spark a broader reassessment of Chinese companies that have listed shares abroad, including Alibaba, Pinduoduo, Baidu, JD.com, Nio, and Tencent Music. Will they suffer the same fate? There's an index which tracks the top US listed Chinese firms plunge 40% this year. And with this news they go even lower. On Thursday, December the 2nd, SEC finalized the rules that would allow it to delist foreign firms that refuse to open their books to country's regulators. China has for years rejected US audits of its firms, citing national security concerns. So this decision from SEC is very dangerous sign for Chinese stocks. Especially after this delisting, US investors would be very worried about buying a Chinese stock. What do you think about Chinese stocks? Let me know in the comments down below. Okay, this was the general news on Chinese stocks, but what about the performance deliveries of Nio? How was the Nio's deliveries on November compared to Li Auto and XPeng? In November, XPeng delivered 15,613 units, Li Auto delivered 13,500 units, and Nio delivered 10,000 vehicles in November. In terms of deliveries, XPeng and Li Auto were actually behind Nio, but in a couple of months they doubled their production and passed the Nio by 40-50%. You can actually see the similarity in year-over-year performance. XPeng has increased their deliveries 270% year-over-year, Li Auto 190% year-over-year, Nio is 100%. So Nio has started fast but couldn't keep up with the pace. What about the analyst's price target? As you see in the table, we are seeing the price targets like $70, $60 and $55, but we are very far from that. Especially Deutsche Bank is not really good at these price targets. If you have a look at the stock price, we are making lower lows since the beginning of the 2021. We hit the $66 on Nio day. Since then we are in a bearish trend. Now we are at very critical level, $32 again. If we see closures, daily closures below $32 next few days, then stock price can continue this fall and reach $28. This is very critical level. I wouldn't decide right now. I would see the next 3 days. On the other hand, let's say we hold on this $32 and we close the dailies above $32, then stock price can go back to $36. But in general, due to this Chinese delisting, I would be cautious about Nio stock. And the fact that they're not ramping up as fast as XPeng or Li Auto, I would wait and see. What do you think about the Nio stock? Is it too cheap? Would you buy this Nio stock from here? Please let me know in the comments. Let's continue with Rivian Stock. Rivian Stock is now at $105 and $92 billion market cap. We saw another example of an IPO stock. In my previous video, I warned the viewers that this is an IPO stock, so I would be cautious about it. Most of the IPO stocks come to levels of IPO or below IPO. Again, here, same thing happened and we came to $100 IPO levels. What about stock price? Is it too cheap? Should I buy the Rivian stock right now? Let's check the latest news, then decide together. Rivian encounters production hell. R1S deliveries pushed back 3 months or more. I literally said in my previous video, production is never easy. That's why I said this is a prototype, we need to see the ramp up and the real car. I had some hate comments, but this is the reality. Few years ago, Tesla had the similar experience and Elon Musk called it a production hell as it struggled to ramp up manufacturing of Model 3. Rivian has begun making its R1T electric pickup truck. Now the company is now setting its sight on getting its R1S electric SUV. However, it is one thing to talk about delivery dates and it is quite another thing to meet those targets. The first R1S was scheduled to roll off the line in January, but the information in the reservation emails was different. Rivian has notified the customers that it is likely to be March or April. So first they said January, now it comes to March and April. When we check the latest emails, now they are saying they will deliver R1S around June, July. So we came from January to June, July. This means they are postponing revenues and profits, and they are making customers unhappy. That's why we need to be cautious about Rivian Stock. Rivian Stock has no analyst ratings at the moment. These analyst ratings will be announced this week. Depends on the ratings, this can be a catalyst. Rivian Stock go higher, but if the ratings are low, then Rivian Stock go even lower. That's why I would wait first. If you have a look at the stock price, we are now again back to $105. What should we do? Should we buy the stock so that we can sell at $180? I am not sure about that. We shouldn't forget that Rivian Stock has still $19 billion market cap, and they don't have no revenue and no profit. And we don't know when will this company will be profitable. They are struggling still with the production issues. And if the stock market correction continues in the indexes like S&P 500, Nasdaq, this can hurt non-profitable companies more. I wouldn't buy from here, but I want to warn you that if stock price go below $95 and stays there, then the next target is $76. I know it can sound bearish, but when there's a new variant and volatility due to Fed's rate increases, I would stay in growing and profitable companies. Guys, thank you for watching till the end. Let me know in the comments down below what do you think about these companies, Tesla, Rivian and Nio. You can also comment which stock analysis you want next. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell.